Oh my God, Jesus. All right, 1, 2, 3.
High volume, high volume. I gotta make this song cry. Good dude. I know you love me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Surprisseeeee for those of you who do not know me. As you can see from the title, today I'm going to be talking about how I found out I am pregnant. Yeah. Oh my God, this video is so just... Honestly, I am overwhelmed with so many emotions. Like, it has been truly overwhelming. But I wanted to first talk about why I've been absent from YouTube. This is my first video of the new year, and I thought that this would be the perfect video to get back into my YouTube journey. And I just wanted to briefly explain why I was absent before we talk about the elephant in the room. Let's just start there. So basically, I was absent from YouTube for so long because I'm a teacher. If you didn't know, I teach 6th grade science to my lovely, beautiful babies. And my students found out that I had a YouTube page. And it wasn't an issue because I don't ever post anything that's inappropriate for, I would say, children to watch. I actually want younger people to learn from my mistakes and things of that nature. However, I, at the time, was, graduating from college and posted very personal aspects of my life. And I was posting it to people that my channel is not that big even to this day. But at the time it was even less viewers than where it is now. So it was just talking to random people around the world. And so when my students found out about my YouTube, it became more personal. At this point, my videos are now reaching an audience of people that is closer to me. I know these people personally, and I wasn't sure that I wanted my personal information as a teacher to be relayed to my students. Students finding my YouTube channel kind of crossed that boundary into my personal life, and so the only thing I could do was to stop making videos because, again, I can't block my students on YouTube. It's not like Instagram where I could private my account. YouTube is a public platform for people to watch whatever. And I had to recognize that my YouTube channel is growing, whether I know it or not. And even though I haven't been posting, it's been reaching people. And so I knew that if students were seeing my YouTube page, more than likely my colleagues or people in my personal life were, because I've never promoted my YouTube channel. And so it just caused me to take a step back to reflect on how I wanted to pivot and record videos in the future, because I know, like, the last video I recorded was how I decorated my apartment, my new apartment, and that means students know where I live, and I didn't want students to have that kind of information. And so it's been a long kind of 5 months since I've recorded, 6 months, half of a year, just because I've been trying to figure out how am I going to continue to do YouTube without revealing too much of my personal details because my students are watching. You're probably like, well, now you're announcing your pregnancy, which is very, very personal. And it is, but it is something that the students will end up finding out eventually. And I'm not going to limit myself to recording and documenting this one beautiful journey that I've always wanted to do when I did become pregnant, for the sake of my students, like, whatever. And if anything, if you're watching this and you're a student of mine, don't even bother asking me about it until I decide to announce it at school or whatever. I'm just gonna ignore you because truthfully, that's just where we are. But I did want to start off the year by announcing my pregnancy on YouTube because I am going to be documenting the whole journey. I've already started documenting somewhat, but I just haven't posted any of the recordings just because it's so early. It's so early. But yeah, without further ado, that's kind of why I've been absent for so long. And now you can expect to see me more often this year, because that's kind of where the channel is going to go moving forward with this year, is documenting my pregnancy. Now let's get into the whole exact story of what happened. Honestly, so I thought this would be a good video to do on New Year's, just to bring in the new year, because this is like literally, I found this out and I was like, oh my god, 2024 has a new journey. I mean, I was already anticipating 2024 to be a different year, a better year for me than last year was, as many people do, but this is like a whole new level of a different year for me, and I'm really now excited about it. And yeah, I just thought that this would be a great way to bring in the new year by sharing this beautiful news that I found out. So, okay, so without further ado, let's get into like the story time. So I found out that I was pregnant in like the most random way possible. Like, I had no symptoms. I didn't have like any morning sickness or anything super, like that's like the most common one, is somebody throws up and they realize they don't have their period, and then they're like, what the heck, I must be pregnant. That was not what happened to me whatsoever. Like, I literally had no symptoms, and my cycle was not even supposed to come for another 2 to 3 weeks as is. So I was just living life. And a week prior, roughly a week prior to me finding out, I actually had a dream. So I had this dream of a ultrasound, and with the ultrasound, I felt like a baby kicking my stomach. So in the dream, like, all you can see is like a screen of an ultrasound. And so I'm just thinking, I guess this is just me looking at an ultrasound screen, but I could feel the baby kicking. After I had that dream, I woke up, I was kind of like eerie, like, why did I have a dream about an ultrasound and a baby kicking? But I thought it was coincidence. I didn't think anything of it. I just was like, okay. And so following that incident, I like had it in my head, like, what if I did get pregnant? But it was like, nah, couldn't be me. Like, that's not gonna be me, because I don't know how or what. Yeah. So then after that, that was when like I went to church, like I want to say the next day or a couple days later. I went to church and we were doing like a prayer, and this woman came up to me, and you know, when they lay hands on you, she was laying hands on me, just saying like, the Lord loves me and like I'm God's child, and everything was normal. But then she started to rub my belly, and I thought that was interesting. Like, she didn't say to me like, I think you're pregnant. She didn't like say any of that. She just was like rubbing my belly, and then she was also like rubbing like my head, and then she was just saying the Lord loves you. And then I started to think, could I be pregnant? Because why would she rub my belly? That had never happened to me before in church. I just thought it was like the most interesting thing ever. And so fast forward to like a week later, this was December 15th. I kid you not. So December 15th was like that night. I had a normal day, and then I got in the shower and I randomly just was starting to sing Mama's Hand by Queen Naija, if you've ever heard that song. I started singing that song and rubbing my belly in the shower. Like, if I was pregnant, this is the song I would sing to my child. And I started singing, and I was saying, I love you so much already. Like, it was like the most random thing ever. Like, I think I like literally manifested this child. Like, I started singing in the shower just randomly, like, if I had a kid, this is what I would do. This is how I would do this, or whatever. And next thing I know, as soon as I say that, do that in the shower, I get ready for bed, I go to sleep, I had another dream. And this was the dream that told me I was pregnant. So in this dream, I can't really describe it. I'm already starting to forget it. This would be still, I guess, December 15th, December 16th or whatever. It's already starting to fade, which is why I'm glad I'm recording this. In the dream, it was like I was in like a daycare facility or something. It was a bunch of just kids running around, and I wasn't really taking care of them. I was just standing there confused, I guess you could say. Because I was like, where am I at, and why are there so many kids just running around aimlessly? There weren't any other adults. In my head, in this dream, I started to think, are these my kids? Why, like, am I responsible for these kids? Like, it was just really interesting, and all the kids were really, really small, kind of like toddlers, like 1 or 2 years old. Then I go to the bathroom, and there's like some kids in there, and then they just run outside. And then this one girl comes into the bathroom with me, or she was already there, I don't really know. And the girl starts saying to me, like, she's like a little girl, she's like, you're pregnant. I was like, no, I'm not. And she was like, yes, you are. You're pregnant. And so then from there, me and this little girl just continuously go back and forth with each other, like, you're pregnant. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, what made you say that? And she said, because you are. And me and her just having this dialogue the entire dream. And all the little kids that were there just disappeared. And so after that, I woke up and I thought it was the weirdest thing ever. And in that moment, I just knew I was pregnant. Like, I was like, there's no way. Like, at this point, I just believed I was. Even though there was no evidence in the natural realm, there was no physical illness, there was no signs, no symptoms to suggest that I was even pregnant. But something about that dream just confirmed to me that God was letting me know, you're pregnant. And so after that, I was just like, I'm just gonna relax, because even though I feel like I am, there's just no way I am. So I woke up, I said like my little morning prayer, I brushed my teeth, I got ready for the day, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a pregnancy test. And I kid you not, I had one pregnancy test on hand. Like, it was just one. I don't even know where I got it from. I just had a random pregnancy test laying around. I took it, and we should insert the clip here.
I don't know. Please do not judge me for this. I got to take a pregnancy test. Lord have mercy. Jesus, oh my God. Please do not be pregnant. I'm not ready for this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh God. Okay. So now we wait. Oh God. Box says, how long does this take? 3 minutes. What time? 10. Okay. I'll be back in 3 minutes.
1 hour later.
Oh God, Jesus. Alright, 1, 2, 3.
So as soon as I took that test and I saw the results, my life flashed before my eyes, because I literally could not believe I was pregnant. I just couldn't believe it. It was the most shocked I have been in my entire life. And I literally almost had a heart attack because I just couldn't believe that I was pregnant, especially without any symptoms or any evidence to suggest that I was pregnant. And so after I took the pregnancy test, I literally went to the store because I was like, there's no way. I need to confirm this. I went to the store. I bought 4 more pregnancy tests. I took them one by one and I recorded those. I'll probably insert some clips here. And I lied to you not, each one came back positive. So there you have it. That was how I found out I was pregnant.
This is a blessing. Many women don't get pregnant very easily. But oh my God, I'm pregnant! Believe this, I'm taking some more digital tests. Oh my God, I'm definitely pregnant. Oh my God. That's 4 tests. Pregnant. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I am pregnant. Sweet baby Jesus.
Like I said, it's still very early. I called to like make my doctor's appointments and all of that, and they were saying based off of like what I was telling them, it was too early for me to come in, for them to see anything, and the most that they would do is just have me take another pregnancy test and it would more than likely come back positive. So my first appointment isn't until mid-January, and so that's probably the next video you'll see is me going to my doctor's appointments. And yeah, that's pretty much how I found out I'm preggers. And I don't know the gender, I don't know any of that, like it's just so early. But the other reason why I could confirm besides the pregnancy test I was pregnant is because as I've waited the 2-3 weeks, my period just of course did not come finally. At this stage, I still do not have any morning sickness or pretty much any other symptoms besides chest pain. If you know what I mean. I can't really say the actual word because of the kids who may watch this video, but I've had severe chest pain, an increase in appetite, and probably fatigue. I've just been sleeping so much since. But I'm not sure if that's all pregnancy related or what. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was a great way to come back to YouTube to start the new year. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to stay tuned if you're interested in watching my journey into pregnancy and seeing like the whole process, because I do plan to document the whole thing. I was afraid to do that because a lot of people don't want to announce their pregnancy super early because they want to make sure that they get through the first trimester without any complications, and it could be devastating once you announce and something unfortunately were to happen. But in Jesus' name, I am going to carry this baby to full term without any complications. I've already prayed over it. God wouldn't give me this baby unplanned to fail me, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to continue to document and post and just pray for blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings as I will need it. So thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel, my YouTube video today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.